I'm 54 years old. I'm a single mom. My daughter is 22 and she's already grown, and she's about to move out of the house again. Kind of a long story. I'll tell that later. But anyway, I'm making this video because I'm not okay.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Welcome back to another session with the older man. Today, my friend, I want to talk about when women reach menopause or post-wall. The wall usually hits around 35, right? 35 is when you're really either smash head on into it because you're not getting the results like you used to get when you were in your 20s or your early 30s. And if you fell considerably out of shape during the ages of 27 through 35, because you're working harder, you're more stressed, and you're not spending a lot of time being active, you're not in the club as much, you're not moving as much, you're sitting down, or you've had a child, and even if you haven't had a child, a lot of women usually gain a tremendous amount of weight, anywhere between 27 and 35. And listen, this also happens to men simply because we humans tend to slow down a lot. We sit a lot. Think about it. We get up in the morning. If you're not someone that gets up and go and take a walk, a 1 hour walk, or go to the gym before you go to work, you're going to get up, you're going to rush, get breakfast, sit down, eat the breakfast, whether in front of the couch, in front of the TV, or you're going to literally eat it on the way to work and sitting in your car. You go to an office job or a very lax job and you sit down and you sit all day, right? So there's no calories burning at all. You go for an hour lunch. You probably go and sit down in a lunchroom, or you go to a restaurant, you sit there where you should be actually walking the stairs and going doing some exercise during this period of time. And then you jump back in your car sitting, and then you go home because you're tired now, you're stressed out and you're tired, and then you sit on the couch again and you eat dinner or you have something again, and then you go and lie down. None of that involves activity. And if you do that consistently without moving your body, this is how you slowly gain weight over that period of time, anywhere between 25, 35, that 10-year span. It could go horribly wrong if you don't take care of yourself. So that is when the wall hits you hard, because men are not looking at you like they used to when you were in your 20s. But then you got that period between the age of 35 and 55. That is post-wall. And by the time you hit your 50s to 55, that's when menopause kicked in. And one of my followers sent me this video here. And it's a woman who's in her 50s and she's hitting menopause and she's alone. And she describes her mental state. This is why a lot of women are on psych meds or head meds, as they call them, because they reach this point in life and shit gets real. This is when I keep telling you, ladies, that shit gets real. Once you hit these later years, please try to understand. I am there as a man. I'm talking to these women. I'm seeing these women. It's not going well. A lot of the women who've reached this stage are lying to you if they're telling you it's a great life.
They're getting left behind. Men in their 40s are the most single that they've ever been.
And also, women in their 40s who've never been married, never had kids, are the happiest subgroup of the population.
Very true.
That's really important to talk about.
It's really important.
They are the happiest subgroup, and they've never been married, never had kids.
Yeah. So basically, us women are thriving in their careers and self-worth, refusing to settle for partners who distract their lives. And a lot of the men that were actually spoken to in this survey, have retreated to playing games and being dismissive of women because they're too bossy or they are too picky. It makes sense now, and I'm like, aha, okay,
It's not the 1950s anymore where women were there to be seen and not heard.
It's the 1990s, guys. It's a lot's changed since then.
We have opinions, we have careers. I mean, we're really good examples of this. We are both financially abundant, successful, independent, but we don't need anyone else to come into our lives. We've got our shit together. Don't need.
No, don't need it. Want it.
Want it. If they bring value.
Yeah, exactly.
If they allow us to elevate our lives, if they inspire us. And if not, we're good.
I am so glad that we found one woman that has actually put it on record that it ain't going well for her. And you know what? I really feel bad for her. But it's obvious she made some really horrible life choices. And she don't have a man. Seems like she's been divorced twice. But listen, man, I don't want to waffle on too much. Subscribe, my friends. Join the membership system. Book a chat session if you need any help, if you need any mentoring, if you need anything at all when it comes to a man's opinion and a man who has critical thinking skills. Of course, pick up my Content Creators Toolkit so you can start creating some content and making some residual income. Whether it's ebooks, courses, anything that you would like to do, YouTube channel, guys, do it now, because I can tell you the world is changing really fast. And if you're not making extra income, you're going to be suffering. Please do so now. It's a very small investment, $49.95, no other extra costs, nothing. And plus, I'm giving you a lot of free stuff with it as well. Okay, so let's hear what she has to say. And I will try not to comment too much because I really want you to feel her pain.
Hey guys, my name's Elizabeth, and this is my first video on this channel. I'm sorry if the video quality isn't all that great. I'm just sitting here in the parking lot of Walmart, about to go shopping, and I just decided that today was the day that I was gonna make this video, and yeah. So I'm 54 years old. I'm a single mom. My daughter is 22 and she's already grown, and she's about to move out of the house again. Kind of a long story. I'll tell that later. But anyway, I'm making this video because I'm not okay. I think this is the first time that I've actually said it out loud to someone who's maybe listening. I know I've said it in my head a bunch of times, but I'm tired. I'm actually exhausted. I'm just physically drained. I'm tired of all the other BS. I'm tired of the commotion.
This is, I don't need a man. I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do it all myself. It takes its toll on you, ladies. You don't understand it because you're still young and you still got a lot of energy. When you're hitting 40s, 41, 42, 43, it literally feels like someone has freaking turned on the energy button on you. When you're in your 20s, you're running at 100%. Hit your 30s, you're down to like 80, 75%. And then it starts to drain really fast after that. Because like I said, you sit a lot more. You tend not to be that active. So between your 30s and 40s, it could drop to 50%. And by the time you're hitting your 50s, you're running at around 30%. You're tired. You're tired. This is for men and women. But women, because they operate differently, they have a higher degree of neuroticism. In other words, stress affects them harder than it does for men. That's why we coddle women's feelings. Women like to boast, we're stronger than men. We can bear kids. We can push kids through our small hole. That's not freaking stress. You are physiologically designed to do that. Yes, it's painful, but that's what you're designed to do. Every freaking animal is designed to do that. That is female. Just because you're the only one that do it, you think that you have a higher degree of pain tolerance than men. No. Trust me. You punch a man twice in his face versus punching a woman twice in her face, she will feel it more.
And you know what I mean by commotion. If you don't, congratulations, I guess. I'm tired of all the pressure. The pressure to feel like I have to work when I'm not working. To just constantly be doing something. I have a million thoughts swirling through my head at any given time, like right now. I have no idea how to say what it is that I'm wanting to say in any kind of structured format, because there are just a bazillion things running through my head. And I don't even really know how many a bazillion is. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted, and I'm just kind of ready to quit. But I can't quit because I have too many responsibilities. I have too many things that I have to do. And like everyone, I mean, I have my job and I have myself I have to take care of, and I have bills that I have to pay. And I have my snails in my fish tank who need me. I don't know.
Oh gosh, I have my snails and my fish tank who needs me. Imagine your life being that important where the snails, the slug of the earth needs you. That's the full extent of your purpose at this point in life. You know what that does to your psyche? Imagine if she said, I have a husband who loves me, who I know he would be brokenhearted if I wasn't here. The point but in reality, I'm sure if she had a husband, a good loving man who cared about her, she wouldn't be making this video because she wouldn't be in this state. My wife is going through this whole menopause thing, but you wouldn't even know she's going through it because all the other ingredients of life is there. The only thing I have to really contend with is the AC. I mean, this freaking thing is constantly being cranked up, or it's off, or it's up. I mean, I sleep under 2 layers of blankets, right? But otherwise, listen, man, I don't even know whether she has it or she doesn't have it, to be honest. But she's 55. So my point is, I know she's there, but it really doesn't affect her because she got 2 loving daughters and she got a loving husband, because this battle is emotional. The majority of problems that women have with menopause and reaching this stage of life where, her looks and everything else that she valued so much has faded, it plays an emotional toll on women. But when you have a man who's basically still there telling you, you're still beautiful, baby, still love you, I'm here, your husband still love you, you're not alone, what do you need, you let me know, that is priceless.
So, a little bit about me. I work as a caregiver in a long-term care facility. It's more like assisted living. I guess long-term care is maybe more like skilled nursing. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think it's probably the only thing that I do that I actually feel like I am making a difference, because the residents need me. They need me there. They need to be taken care of. And I know at least a few of them have told me that I am making a difference. So that makes me feel good to know. But I'm also around that. And when I'm not being a caregiver, I'm a writer. And I used to love it. I used to absolutely love being a writer. I used to be able to sit down at my desk and I was just so incredibly focused. I could get up early and write for like 3 or 4 hours and just highly disciplined. I could get everything done that I needed to get done that day. But now I can't. I can't write for more than 5 minutes at a time. And I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix all of the other many things that feel like they have just completely broken inside of me.
Number one, it's good that she knows that she has a purpose to other people. So she's a caregiver to the elderly and the people who can't take care of themselves, right? So she knows that she has a purpose. And that's why I tell you, gentlemen, especially later in life, make sure that you stay on a purpose. When you complete one, you start the next. I don't care what it is. You make sure you have a purpose in life. Usually, that purpose should be giving back to someone else. For example, that's what I'm doing here, right? I feel that this is my purpose right now, and I enjoy it. It's a great thing that I actually get rewarded for it, which makes it my job, but it's still my purpose. I could do other things if I wanted, but I get much more fulfillment from this. That's why I can do a video every day. I'm motivated to do it. But something else she said, she's lost focus for her writing. This might be part of menopause, but it might not be. I find that a lot of women blame menopause for a lot of things when they reach this age, but a lot of it also has to do with the fact that they're not as attractive. Their main currency has been literally wiped out. So what they're forced to do now is to re-examine who they are and what other value they bring to life. And we're back to the same problem. purpose. She might need to find a different purpose. Writing might no longer be that thing. Or she might have to find a different way to write. Record her thoughts, put them down there first, and then take it over to ChatGPT, put it in there, and let it clean up her transcript and spit it out into a beautiful, beautiful chapter. Shameless plug for my for my content creators toolkit, because that's one of the tools that I really emphasize in that toolkit if you're looking into writing books. But my point is, she needs to refocus her life.
The person I used to be able to function like, I don't know if that makes sense. I can't do the things that I used to be able to do. And I want to be able to do those things again. I feel like sometimes I'm just, like I'm not the person that I was 5 years ago. And I'm not the person that I'm supposed to be, but I don't know who I'm supposed to be. Because I can't even settle in and do one thing. Like I can't even focus on the things that I want to get done. I don't even know if I can focus through this whole video. I don't know if I can get through it. Anyway. I started to say the point I'm trying to make is, but I don't even know what the point is that I'm trying to make. Anyway. I guess the point that I want to make, at least right now, what makes sense to me is to just get this out, to just say it, and maybe start some kind of video diary.
You were supposed to be a mother and a wife. Those were your primary roles in life. And if you don't want to call it a wife, you can call it a helpmate, you can call it connected to another person. And those two things are no longer part of your life. You're now an empty nester, so this is going to affect you. Your daughter has left, she's now an adult, and you don't have a husband. And the only thing you got to nurture, which you clearly stated there, are some snails and a fish. You might have to go for the dog or cat. Just saying, either that, humble yourself, find a good man who's also lonely, who also need good companionship, who's in his late 60s, 70s, and grow old together. Those are your only choices. Get back in the gym. You're too juicy. I'm just going to stick with the nice words, okay? Lose some weight, get your energy back, combat. The only way to really combat a lot of the issues with menopause is go on hormonal therapy treatments and get your fitness back up, my friend. And to really help with the focus, you might have to look at doing some yoga classes, some Pilates, something just to get you to start focusing your brain. That's the best advice I can give you. Now, listen, guys, if you want to listen to more of what she says, you guys can go over there and see it on her channel. I'll put the link to the video in the description, but it's basically more of her just telling us about how painful life is. I don't think it adds to the story, but I'm glad that she got out there and is willing to express her pain, because we rarely see that from women. We either see it to get clicks, or they're out here boasting about how great life is at...
Single women who are over 50 years old who have been reaching out to me for wife coaching tips, I'm no longer taking them. Don't pay the money through my website, because I'm just going to refund it to you. I've had a couple of experiences this week, and here's why. Most of you, not all, but 99% of the women who are 53 and older, specifically 53, 55, 57, 59, 61, 64, in those age brackets, have been the most challenging for me to coach, because the standards are unrealistically high. I get that you're old school, and I get that your mom raised you to only interact with gentlemen, but most of the men who do all of the stuff that you're wanting are dead, or they're not looking for 55 or 57-year-old women. There are some younger men who do that, and you don't want an old man because he can't perform in bed. Well, the younger men don't want an older woman because some of you have arthritis, some of you have missing teeth, you have gray hair, you have grandkids. Like, you got to be realistic and balanced in your thinking. So listen, the other thing is these social media dating sites, or whatever you call these things, I've seen modernized female whores in those sites, meeting strange men, having sex with them. You don't know them. And I'm talking about women of God. You've got to make some shifts and some changes in how you think and how you process if you want to be married. Now, if you just want to be somebody's jump off and you just want to be somebody's cougar, or somebody's
in their 50s and their dating life and dating chronicles, while we know that they're going home after being rammed, and that guy has left for the night, they're just going to curl up in a ball in the fetal position, take their head meds, their psych meds, and pass out. That's usually what happened with a lot of these women. And of course, a dog or cat is curled up next to them. So my friends, listen, this one was a little dark, but I'm hoping that I can reach more women who are going through these problems, and hopefully they can listen to the solutions I provided there. But the good thing is you got to first identify that you have a problem in order to fix it. I don't like to feel like I'm just putting down women for the sake of putting down women. I'm trying to bring a solution to the problem, because it's no sense for us men laughing and teasing them about the mistakes that they've made. It's not going to solve any problems, gentlemen. We got to wake them up, to make them see that this is going to be a problem in their future. That's why it's important for you guys to share videos like this so that women can wake up, because it's not all the time that you get women who are sharing these problems on such a deep level. So my friends, listen, that's it. I don't want to hash this out anymore. Please subscribe, help build the channel. Let's move to the next level. I'm trying to reach 250,000 right now. The algorithm is kicking my butt. I'm being suppressed on a massive level. So I can tell you, man, it's a hard climb up, but I'm hoping that you guys can keep spreading the word, keep sharing my videos, and hopefully we can move to the next level. All right? And of course, if you need personal help, book a chat with me and I'll be more than happy to help you guys as best as I can. So until next time, remember guys, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.